Hey everyone, I'll try and get this recorded before it rains on us, but welcome to Zone 3. Zone 3 is typically where you would put your bulk crops. As an example, I have a bed full of carrots here that I'm planning on canning once they produce. We've reseeded it twice due to defective seed, added some new topsoil, and just kind of made the environment a little more conducive to try and bulk up the production here. So the other sections, maybe let's grow maybe a lettuce or some herbs to go with dinner. This is where we grow our table vegetables. This is where we grow our peppers, produce our root crops, items like that. So I'm going to walk you through all of these. Keep in mind, go ahead and blast me in the comments for this, but permaculture is not a religion. You do it wrong, you learn, and you do it again the next time and try and get it right. It is not something where, oh, well, you're obviously not following the rules. No. This is about growing things successfully. And if they don't grow successfully, you try again next year with a new method. That's the way it works. So I will take you on a tour through these garden beds. My Zone 3 kind of has a lot of arches and a lot of trellises, a lot of vertical gardening. That's just the constraints of doing this on a suburban backyard. So hope you guys enjoy this, and please let me know if you have any questions. By the way, shout out to Sawyer. How's it going, man? Sawyer's my nephew. He's watching from up north. I just wanted to say hi. All right, let's get started on this. Everyone, we'll get started here just to give you a little bit of orientation on this. There's our Zone 2 along the fence line, and this is our Zone 3. This is the monster okra that I keep referencing. I believe I may have crossed Heavy Hitter with Hill Country Red to get this variety. I'm gonna see what it does next year. I've gathered quite a bit of seed. This is the original stock here. There was another companion to it, but it was blown down during Hurricane Beryl earlier in the year. And now we've got these two new ones growing. So at this point, I am going to grow this as high as it can get and see what it does. I've got the seed I need. Next to this, this is where I am planting my brassicas. It's not much right now. I just put the seed in, but I've got Tatsoi and bok choy in here, along with a row of carrots. Once the seedlings grow up, I will definitely spend some time weeding this. Moving on over here. This trellis is planted with Texas Sweet 40 beans. These are, I believe they're actually technically a cattle pea, or a southern pea, as they call them here. Down in the front of it, I have planted some wasabi daikon along with some regular. Kind of mixed it up. Just kind of using up seed here. Also daikons along this row. You can see a few of them growing right there. They're already sprouting. But this is where I've got Blue Lake pole beans growing. See if those come up. Over here, this was where our leeks were over the summer. It is now planted with a red onion variety. This is our horseradish. And we've got some volunteer butterfly bush, aka milkweed. This is coming up a little late this year. It usually comes up a lot earlier than this. Now, over next to the pergola here, this is a bit of an experiment. I needed to grow some Malabar spinach in order to get some seeds. And it seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know if there's not enough sunlight or what, but the front ones seem to be growing the best. This is a direct sun crop. It is typically grown in India. I thought it was okay in omelets. My wife was not too thrilled with it, so it's a little bit heavier than a regular spinach, but it would get you through in a pinch. I have let the tango celery go to seed. I'm going to be collecting those seed pods soon. Have some more milkweed along with more Malabar spinach. This one's turning yellow. I think the sunlight's kind of reducing here, so I don't know. I'll grab more towards those as far as getting the seed, just in case. Down here, Texas Grano yellow. Here's a compost bed. That's kind of a mess right now. I'm working on that. That will be a potato bed in the spring. I decided not to push it. Got some stuff to break down, and I need to get some more topsoil in it. Over here is the aforementioned carrots. These are caradas from Haas. And on our first arch here, we have purple potted pole beans. You can see right here. These are purple ones that will change color the second you boil them. They just kind of makes it easier to pick them and notice that they're there. But I got a handful for dinner the other day, so it was a space and it has something in it. So this archway did not produce. So we're going to have to revisit that. Over here, we've got what's left of the jalapenos. These are being let go to seed now. Went ahead and moved our poblano plant and our bell peppers in here to get all the peppers consolidated for the winter. This is our banana pepper. As you can see, I'm letting some of the peppers go to seed here. That is a ripe banana pepper. They're not ripe when they're yellow. Over here, got rattlesnake beans planted on these trellises. I don't know if they'll make it before we get a freeze. Our first freeze will be in likely December, towards the end. It was right after Christmas last year. So, moving on here, I have planted popcorn. This came out of a Azure Standard package, so we're seeing what we can do with organic stuff that came out of the kitchen. Seems to be doing pretty well. Like I said though, we got about a month and a half to 2 months left, so we'll see what happens. We have a few yard-long beans that I planted that are coming up. We'll see what those do. Elderberry bush is doing really beautifully this year. I'll go ahead and cut it back at the end of the season. And it will all be new growth next year, and hopefully it will bloom. It has not bloomed. This is the second year for this. So we'll see what it does next year. I do have to get a companion for this so that it will pollinate. I'm going to have to work on that as well. Might be buying a tree that's a couple years old so that it has pollen as well. You can see this is a runner that came from this elderberry plant, along with our comfrey. It's growing back from its root after being harvested. Comfrey has a lot of nutrients in it, and it's very good to be used as a chop and drop. But yeah, these plants are essentially clones. I'm not entirely sure. If anyone has any experience with elderberry, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it can't pollinate from a clone. So I'm going to have to get another one that's from a different family in order to get berries on this. So we'll see. Over here, this will be worked on this month. I will likely have a video for us. I had to get this out before the first freeze so it doesn't get bitter. This is our final year of sugarcane here. And I'm going to fill this bed up with amaranth afterwards. Possibly some elephant garlic. But yeah, sugar is a grass, essentially. So this will die if it freezes. Over here, about time to shear that off at the base. I want to make sure it will not come back, so I'm waiting for a cold snap. I want to get the ground cool so that the rhizomes go into dormancy. But we'll work on that. Now along here, as you can see, we've got plenty of good comfrey, but you will notice there's something missing here. It has been too warm for these peas. I've got king cut peas planted in here. I've done it twice, and I get a few sprouts and then they die off. So I might have to wait a little while longer when it's cold and see if I can get some peas going here. They might end up being king tut. They might end up being Mr. Big P. We'll see. Over here is our new sugar cane. This is its first year, and we'll be cutting that down with the rest of it, and hopefully we will have enough to process and make some cane syrup this year. So that is it for Zone 3. Moving on to Zone 4. Zone 4 will be pretty small, and like I said, with Zone 5, we don't really have that in a suburban environment because that's where you're supposed to let the area go wild. That's typically skipped in a suburban environment. So I'll show you what I've got and what I'm thinking there when the time is appropriate. But thanks for watching, and again, hey Sawyer, hang in there, bud. We'll talk to you later.